Oh, gods. And Adiran, what is it this time?
Don't worry, darling. The official Adiran envoy is here at my request.
What I want to know is why he's in the company of one of our own.
I meant to stop by, but I guess time got away from me.
I'll deal with you later. We have unfinished business. But your friend has some explaining to do. Why have you come to Thirdborn? After what your people did in Emerald Stair, I can't imagine you carry an edict of friendship with you.
Critical mission to save lives from the Dream Scourge. Not Lodwin. Don't confuse me with that murder zealot.
No, Adir just supports her. In arms, politics, and kith.
I know you're upset, Temerity, but don't take it out on us. I'm furious too, darling. That monster stole my research, and who knows what she plans for it. But you know that if this Adiran was untrustworthy, I'd kill him myself.
I apologize,
You could try.
Eagle's Reach is a slaughterhouse. Dreamthrall siege our gates day and night. People are hungry, and I have not slept in days. So my temper is a powder keg, I'm afraid. I am trying not to explode. This isn't a courtesy visit, is it? I assume you're here delivering a message on behalf of Adir.
This is for you. This Skylas runs here.
To head sharpshooter, first class of Shatterscarp to Merti Kaiwa III. Ludwin wants the ruins of Maku Kubel, or will suffer the Steel Garot's wrath. Another shit atop the pile, then. Not that I can do a damn thing about it.
You're not going to give in, are you? Those ruins are a marvel. They're irreplaceable.
I know, Yatsley. If we give them an inch, the Adirans won't stop until they have everything. But even if I wanted to hand over the ruins, they aren't in my power to surrender.
Those ruins belong to the Godless. If you want to end this plague, I need to enter them before Lodwin does.
Trust me, I am very aware of all those things. You might even say I've been fighting for those things. But there's one little problem. The Archmage Ringrim has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp. Let's just say there's a magical barrier around the ruins now. No one's getting in or out without Ringgrim's say-so.
Ringrim? As in from the Circle of Archmagi? She's here?
The very one. I feared you'd be excited. Her presence isn't a good thing, Yatsley. She flew into the Shark's Teeth a few weeks ago, and now that area is an impenetrable wasteland of ice. I heard there's an Adiran who had his mind utterly broken by her. He's still lost out there as far as I know.
If the ruins drew the attention of the Archmage, there must be something fun.
Maybe even an entrance to the garden. We absolutely have to go inside and see for ourselves. The Circle of Archmagi don't get involved unless there's something they can gain. They're not really known for their altruism. Look at the Siege of Craghold. And that was just so that Lengrath could try and show up Consulhot.
The truth is, I'm up to my neck in catastrophes. Between the horde of dream thralls pounding on our gates and trying to keep peace with Adir, I've had to station guards on our borders to control who goes in and out, just to keep everyone safe. I never thought I'd say this, but the Archmage is the least of my concerns. So, Ludwin wants the ruins, but even if I wanted to give them over, Ringrim controls them. And good luck getting an audience with an Archmage.
Those ruins, so if that means dealing with her, so be it.
I didn't know they made Adirans with such bravery. You never know what marvels you live to see. You're likely gonna die a very horrible death, but I pray Galawain will at least make it fast.
Look on the bright side. If we survive this, it'll make a great story.
When an Archmage like Ringgrim decides they don't want to be disturbed, they make sure of it. There are rumors she uses the bones of the ancient dead to guard her domain.
Thank you for the heads up. Waste not, want not, I suppose.
It's definitely practical, I'll give her that. Although, I wonder if it's because she likes giving trespassers nightmares. I wouldn't blame you if you choose to run away. But, if you want to find Ringrim, head east of here, go past the Pargrunen ruins, and when you see the ice, you're there. And Yahtzee, be careful. If Quilichi lost you, he'd never forgive me.
Oh, don't worry about me, Temerity. If my spells fizzle, I can always give a good lashing with my tongue.
That's what I'm afraid of. Good luck.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Good. It might convince her to keep you safe, too. One last thing. Once you had a moment to settle in with Yahtzee, come back and speak with me. I need your help with something.
How exciting. We're off to see an archmage. To gain access to an ancient godless ruin. You do spoil me. I've just the fragrance for such an occasion. I want to make sure I smell my best when she kills us. Meet me by the tavern when you're ready to head out. Make sure all your gear is up to snuff. We are meeting an archmage, after all.
With her around, we're going into more creepy holes in the ground, aren't we?
And you're coming with me.
Thank you for returning. I wish I could say I didn't actually need your help, but I do. Some young idiot thirdborners decided they'd form their own militia to protect the region because of course they would. And now, predictably, they're missing.
That platoon, Mr. private name.
If it's true, I leave it to your discretion as to what to do with the deserter. In my time as a soldier, anyone who deserted was executed for their treason.
We'll see what happens.
Tell me you have word on the missing militia members. Nothing worse than a loud-mouthed coward. In my time as a soldier, anyone who deserted was executed for their treason. I can't imagine what happened to Fior. They'll strike Thirdborn next. Thirdborn
Okay.
will last. We...
Alright, what else is in this area? I did track the graffiti.
We will get through this.
Okay, hold on. I guess we gotta start over here. Okay. Graffiti, graffiti. Aha. We go here.
Ah, the godlike hero. You're back. Getting thirsty yet? You did. Fantastic. If only everyone in Thirdborn were as helpful as you. Here, for your troubles. I'll give you the best deal in the city, too. Need
Damn.
anything else?
That's a pretty good amount of money that you got there, madam. Going to the UK. Do, 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 do.
Don't forget your friend Dyko and his completely legal package that you said you'd pick up.
Hear it.
Don't don't forget your friend Dyko and his completely legal package that you said you'd pick up.
I hear it. I can't find it, but I hear it. On the tail, maybe? Alright, that didn't work. Ah, here we go.
Who needs fabric? We still have stock.
Who needs fabric? Nice, wonderful fabric. Who needs fabric? Nice and wonderful stuff.
Love, look, it's him.
God? Oh, Envoy, over here. Envoy, it's so good to see you alive and well.
Same for you.
Peaceful. Like when we first made our way to Paradise so many years ago. We've settled in nicely and are starting to feel at home here.
Peaceful's an interesting word to use, love. The dream thralls are exceedingly aggressive out here.
Yes, well, the guards have been handling them just fine. I'll take it for now. How about you, Envoy? How have the living lands been treating you?
Well, that's what we like to hear. Isn't that right, love?
That it is. We might even have something to help you with your journey. Whoever lived here last must have left this armor behind. As beautiful as it is, Gladwine and I have no need of it. We'd like for you to have it.
No, thank you, Envoy, for everything.
Be safe out there, friend. Safe travels, Envoy.
Nice. Unique weapons and armor, and broken down to gain upgrade materials. Alright, what you got?
Godlike. Winds above. You're really here. I knew I had to find you as soon as I heard you were in Thirdborn.
Chico? When did you get so tall? I almost didn't recognize you.
Kai, you're here too? Now I know Thirdborn is in good hands. We've got to do something about the Dream Scourge. It's worse every day. One of our neighbors wasn't himself, and we can't afford to lose anyone. We need people who will fight back. People like Kai, and my uncle Capo.
Me?
Nice.
You don't know what you're saying. Believe
Sounds like a
me.
good trip.
But Capo, he's the real deal. That old salt's a monster slayer.
That Leviathan hanging over the market? That was his work.
I think it's huge.
Exactly. Uncle Capo's the greatest warrior Thirdborn's ever seen. But, well, Thirdborn hasn't seen the Capo I know in a long time. I've tried everything to convince him to get out of the house. He may be old now, but we can still use his experience. If Thirdborn could see him up on those walls, they'd all follow him. I hate to impose, but would you pay him a visit? He lives on the northeast side of town. He's tired of hearing from me. Maybe one hero to another, you know? If you have any interesting scars, my uncle would love to hear about them.
Okay. Ah, all right. Can't walk on the net.
Who needs
Let's.
fabric? We still have stock. Oh,
What do you have? Grimoires, super wands. Nothing of my interest. Not yet, anyway. Skeletons, deadliest creatures, the call of the waters. Okay. Here. There. Comes here. Mr. Tresky. No. We're in the third area. Just getting started, really. We've done a little bit of exploring. No, go back. A little bit of exploring up in here, but pretty much the last time we played, we made a V line straight to Thirdborn. And now we're kind of picking it up. So we've got so much to do. Should be 3/4 of the way done with this one by the time we finish today. Should be. But how are you doing today? We got that here. Right there. More.
Subtle. Next time they ought to go for X marks the spot.
Northwest, out of town, past the dry lake bed. Follow the arrows and find us under the X. Supplies are limited.
Looks like we're on the right track.
Nice. So wait.
So, that's how the mad archmage Tane found himself in the living lands.
But no one's
Nice. I'm good. Just got into other games and haven't been. Same here.
Who can say what archmage I do with their time? Have any of you truly seen Reengrim? And yet, we all know her presence in these lands. Give us another! Another tale? Would you care to share a tale with us, Envoy?
But yeah, so let's see what stopped us. We played this, then we got into Indiana Jones. So we were going back and forth between these two. Then, let's see, we did a lot of sim games. Been playing some other off games that we don't do series for, like World of Warcraft, a little bit of Fortnite, a lot of collabing with Repo, and now Schedule 1. So yeah, we finished up Indiana Jones last week, and now we're going to focus on this one and finish it up. So yeah, W collabs always. I enjoyed it. Started different things. Hopefully get some. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I am. So I was trying to do something to give YouTube more content, you know, because not everybody's going to want to watch Avowed, not everybody's going to want to watch Indiana Jones, but if we could do, okay, this day we'll do Avowed, which will get me a week's worth of videos. Then the next day we'll do Indiana Jones. That would give me a week's worth of videos. I thought I could keep up with it. I couldn't. Yeah, it started to overwhelm me. So now we're going to go back to, we're going to pick a game. We're going to focus only on that game and then go to the next one. So unfortunately for YouTube, they're just going to have to deal with the one game a day or two. But we are still going to keep our Flashback Fridays, which we are playing Final Fantasy 1 on Fridays. We started that last Friday. And then, of course, we're going to fit in all of our collabing, Repo, Schedule 1, any other ones. So, yeah. Going to fit in our WoW days. So, yeah. But we're going to focus on one main title at one time. It got too much.
Please.
Way too much.
Tell us of your travels.
Go on. What have you got?
Well, there's a story about how I died and came back to life.
You're a Deeren? Get lost!
I want to hear where he's going first.
First, I was shipwrecked at North Wretch. Only one sailor, and I survived.
A wreck. How did you get off?
I took a smuggler's boat.
Who?
It's more mysterious if we don't know, isn't it? Then what?
It was on YouTube also, and then I did one for Mist Survival, and now Schedule 1. I gotta step into work meetings. Enjoy your stream. All right, Mr. Dresky. Thank you for stopping by. Try not to fall asleep in the work meetings. Those are boring from time to time. Paradise, but was shot with a poison arrow when I arrived.
Oh, really? Then how are you still here?
He's gonna tell us.
Patient guy revived me. I decided not to waste the chance.
Really? You mean you set out to find the people who did it, didn't you? What'd you do when you found them?
Authorities decide his fate.
Oh, come on! If it were me, I would have cut him down, then and there. So, how'd you manage it all?
I'm done without. Did the best with what I was thrown into.
Strike me blind. Whatever you're doing, it's worked out this far.
What a yarn. I think you've put me out of work for today. All right, I've got another tale for you, sorry. Oh, thank you again, Godlike. I'll have to practice your story so I can add it to my collection. There are so many wonderful tales here in the Living Lands.
You do realize they just said my story was boring. Why? Because I don't go around murdering people.
Yoo-hoo! Over here, too.
Not yet, sweetie. Wait your turn. Yeah. We know what the illegal package is. You're into some weird shit. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna talk to,
If you need something, get over here and talk to me.
Oh, let me guess. My Nikai sent you. That kid's been muttering about sending some new hero by.
Old man Capo. Glad to see you're still kicking around.
Kai, what rock have you been hiding under? Those scales are looking rougher since I last saw you.
Your eyesight finally going? But we didn't come here to talk about my handsome mug. That Nikai of yours still getting underfoot, I take it?
Ah, like a cannonball in a rolling deck, that kid. Damn child won't stop hovering over me. They keep trying to send so-called heroes over to cheer me up, but there's not much point these days. Back when Thirdborn was no more than a husk on the cliffside, we had real heroes. I've slain 1,000 Zorops, wrestled rock beetles, even slew the Leviathan.
I have a voice in my head calling me, telling me I'm called a greater things.
Ha! That's the spirit. Times are strange. We need more people like you. Ah, well, those days are long past. I'm a sick old man now. Not much I can do in Thirdborn anymore. Still, maybe Chico was onto something when they sent you. You're the one who cleared the dream thralls at the gates, aren't you? Ah, good to know someone is looking out for Thirdborn at least. I tell you what. This old man would like to ask a boon of you. One hero to another. I promise it'll be worth your while. I want to see my heart one last time. Will you get it for me? Oh, good. A Leviathan heart is a rare thing. When left out in the air, it becomes as hard as Adra, and 100 times as valuable. And I had the only one in the Living Lands. I couldn't just leave it on my kitchen table now, could I? No, I kept it safe, hidden up in the godless ruin along the coast. But now, I'm dying. I can feel it in my bones. I don't have long, and I'd like to see my treasure one more time. Get it for me, and I'll see you get a reward. Beyond that, well, I left that old ruin with a few tricks for would-be thieves. Step carefully.
Regular traps I can handle. It's the ones that glow and hum that I can't deal with.
Good luck, godlike.
Alrighty. For all you on YouTube, one pause and read it. There you go. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a chicken. Okie dokie. I think that is everything in town. Except for her. So let's go back to the journal. No, let's go back to the map. And we're gonna just start. Start back here. We're just gonna start wiping everything out. One by one. What I like is if you pick up a quest item when you're in somewhere, it keeps it until you actually need that quest item.
Thirdborn. If it weren't for the Leviathan skeleton in the middle of town, I'd hardly recognize the place.
How so?
Well, that's what I'm trying to nail down. You ever come back to a place and feel like the buildings are smaller and the colors are duller? And home just wasn't the same. Thirdborn was always this rugged oasis, dangerous and out of the way, but bursting with vitality. It was a harbor for larger-than-life types. People like Capo, the Leviathan Slayer, and Tama. Glory seekers, trophy hunters, warriors trying to leave their battles behind. People who built around their stories and their scars.
Some more scars than glory back there.
Me too. Being back. It felt like we were watching Thirdborn die a slow death.
Thirdborn has probably changed over the years, but so have you.
Yeah. But I thought age was supposed to bring wisdom. Something to balance out the back pains and creaky knees. I think what's eating at me is that Thirdborn seems rudderless. The Dream Scourge is one threat. Conflict with Adir is another. The Living Lands is changing, and Thirdborn feels like a barnacle on a moving ship. Temeriti's leading them as best she can, but towards what? What are we doing out here besides surviving?
We're going to change and adapt the rest of the Living Lands. Let's not drift in new directions.
Personal. Take it easy, Inquisitor. What about you? You were sent by your Emperor to investigate the Dream Scourge. Since then, you've died, met a secret god, and gotten swept up in tensions between your empire and our scattered settlements. You brought Egwolf to Adiran justice, but then you thwarted the Steel Garrote's attack on Fjord. Do you know what you're sailing towards, or are you drifting with the tides?
With the word, my loyalty is to Adir's interest and all my principles, not my commands.
That kind of clarity is rare. Thanks for talking. I hope Thirdborn is able to find its way somehow. I've got a lot of memories here, and the longer I stayed away, the harder it felt to come back. Harder than I thought. Thirdborn's missing a lot of familiar faces. And the youngsters who've grown up and the new arrivals, they seem green. Like they're cut from a different cloth, a more delicate one.
Oh. Congratulations, guy. You're grumpy old man.
This plague is tearing everything apart at the seams. Healing may take years, if not generations.
Maybe you're both right. Thirdborns only survived because the people were tougher than the wilds. I just hope the people living behind those walls know how to keep them standing. And I've got answers. Some of them may even be true.
That's it for now.
Check your bedroll for Fangor.